Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality. Faster than an airplane, more powerful than a locomotive, impervious to bullets.
Up in the sky, look, it's a bird, it's a plane.
It's a podcast.
Race a high-powered bullet to the target. With tremendous weight, he bends solid steel in his bare hands, as though it were...
Hello everybody out there, and welcome back to another episode of It's a Podcast. And first off, guys, I really want to apologize for last week. Last week was a crazy busy week. I was so exhausted. I know I mentioned this on several videos after It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's a Podcast episode 3 came out, but still feel like I gotta apologize to you guys. Really sorry for the I was very tired, so I was very quiet at times. Sometimes I was actually not. I was literally falling out a couple of times. So, again, apologies for that. But I didn't want you guys to miss out on an episode, and I didn't want to bring an episode out late. Very dedicated to you guys with this podcast. And a huge thank you again to Brant. Brant was amazing, and without Brant, I definitely wouldn't have gotten last week's podcast out on time. However, ironically, this week I actually have another co-host with me, my brother Mike.
Hey guys.
And Mike's going to be with me for the whole cast plus the rundown, because this week, guys, Brant is very busy. So there is a Zone 4 segment. As a matter of fact, myself and Brant actually recorded the Zone 4 segment earlier or before. And that's going to be in the middle of the news that we're going to be talking about and the rundown. So you guys can look forward to that. We talked about a few things. And we had a hilariously good time. Yeah, I think hilariously is a good word to use for it. I don't want to go into details. You guys will hear it later on in the show. So to kick off the show, originally I was going to go into news, but this happened. I was going to talk about Free Comic Book Day. You know, Free Comic Book Day happened this past Saturday. That's basically the holiday for all people who read comic books. It's that time of the year where we can go into a comic shop. Some shops do sales, some shops do something special, and then there's the free comic books that we get. Some of them are previews, some of them are little comics that other companies put out just to put out, and there's just a bunch of stuff. It's basically a comic collector's holiday, and we love it, and we look forward to it every single year, just like we look forward to conventions in our states. So Free Comic Book Day. Unfortunately, we don't have, Mike and I, a comic store near us. We only have one that's close-ish. It's near our college, actually, which is about 45 minutes away. And to be honest, guy in that store was not nice.
Not nice at all.
I know you met him once.
Yeah, that gave me the incentive of never ever returning there again.
Yeah, same here. So, with 2 no's, that means a no. So, we ordered from Midtown Comics. So, anyway, Midtown Comics made the announcement that they were going to be doing the Free Comic Book Day books in store, obviously, on Free Comic Book Day. That's Saturday. And then, the Monday following, at 11 a.m., all the books from Free Comic Book Day would be available for people online to order. So, first of all, I was at work, so Cindy actually did the order for me, and I was expecting a shipping fee of about maybe $10, $11, nothing too expensive, the normal shipping costs. So, we didn't get a lot of books, and I'll get into getting all the books in a moment, but the books we did get, we got most of them. I think we missed like 5 or 6 books altogether.
Approximately about that much.
But that wasn't the problem. This was the problem. So after Cindy told me she missed out on a few books, I thought that was the bad news. I was like, okay, whatever. We missed 5 books. What can we do? People are on there, and obviously they were waiting, and the second it went on, they grabbed everything they wanted. The problem was when I said, so I guess the shipping was what, $5, $10? And she went, no, actually, there was a mishap with the cart, and I had to make 2 orders. Your first order shipping was $15 and your second order shipping was $19. And I went, whoa, wait a minute. Guys, never in my life have I paid over $12 to $13 on shipping. Now, if you take that $15 and you add it to that $20, that's $35.
Yeah, that's
plus change. $35 and change, maybe $36 for free comic books. So I did a little research, and I found out, yes, comic stores have to pay a certain amount of money to get these free comic books. And yes, there is, you got to charge shipping for the books. There's nothing, you have to, because you can't give free shipping out. My problem was with the little writing on the website, and I don't know if other websites do this, and if they do, then I don't condone it on any website. I'm just fingering Midtown because that's where I bought my books. If I bought it from somewhere else and they did this, I would finger it there too. But in little letters, in little bold letters, or I don't think it was bold, little tiny, the little fine print, it said, handler's fee applies. Those of you that don't know what a handler's fee is, that basically means that they charge, even though the book is free, it's $0.00. In the checkout, when you see the shipping, there's an extra charge for handling, which personally I think was bullshit. These comic books are free comic book day books. They are free. Yes, buying it online is at my convenience, but at the same time, I don't have a store near me where I can go out and say, hey, I'll go to the store and I won't have to worry about paying that handler's fee or that shipping fee. Because to be honest, I would, in a heartbeat, if I had a store near me that was welcoming, that was in a nice area, I absolutely positively would go to that store. However, I don't. And yes, I'm paying a convenience fee, but I think it was preposterous that I paid literally $35 for shipping. Now, also my order, I did ask to combine it, so maybe it'll go down to $25. But guys, never in my history with Midtown Comics did I spend anything over $15 worth of shipping. This is the first time in history that I've paid $25 for shipping and handling. And I understand it's not all part of the shipping, it is the handling. But I think Midtown knew, especially from last year. Last year, Midtown Comics crashed and was frozen half the time because of all the people that were sitting on the website waiting for those free comic books to go on sale. So Midtown knew they had something good going. So they decided, hey, everybody's going to be fighting online to get these books. Let's make a little bit of a profit here. Let's make the money back that we spent to get the free comic book day books. And I think that was a very shady and very disgusting thing to do, to charge people an extra handler's fee just so that we can get, the free comic book day books through the mail. I think that it should have been free, plus the shipping, no handler's fee, because let's be honest, are you going to charge the people that walked into the store and grabbed the book for free a handler's fee? No, because it's not a handler's fee. I mean, what, are you charging me because you took the books and you held them for Monday to put on sale? That's a little bit of a, I'm still buying from Midtown, obviously. So I'm not saying Midtown's a horrible store and I'm never going to buy from them again. I just am very disappointed at the choice Midtown made with the free comic book day books. I think it was wrong that they would charge so much money, And now, once again, I bought most of the books for Cindy. I got a couple for me, but I figured buy them all, do the haul video, and then most of the books are probably going, like I said, to Cindy, or when Tommy gets old, they would go to Tommy. They're mostly kid books anyway. The most important books are the ones from DC, Marvel, Zenoscope, Valiant, stuff like that. Books like Scrooge McDuck, The Tick, Bongo Comics, the Archie Digest. Those are books that, Archie Digest, I know for Archie fans, they're going to want that. But those are books mainly for kids. Sonic and Mega Man, which we didn't get. Steampunk Wars was another book that looked really interesting that we didn't get a chance to get our hands on. But again, this is Midtown capitalizing on something they know people are going to willingly pay for. Because to be honest, if I was the one making the order on Monday morning, I wouldn't even hesitate to make the order first because I would know the books are going to sell out like that. Literally, the books were all sold out, Cindy told me, within the half hour. In a half hour, all the books were basically sold out, except a handful of books, and the rest of them by now are gone, for sure. By the time you guys are hearing this podcast, probably all the free Comic Book Day books are sold out now. On Midtown Comics, at least. And it's, it's upsetting that, they knew that we were going to rush to make the order and not really, have a chance to stop and think. Because if I was there and I saw that total for shipping and I didn't have to worry about people literally swooping in and buying all the books out without giving me a chance to actually sit down and think, I would have taken off 90% of those books and just got the books I really wanted, and that was it. Because that was just preposterous.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, and, like you were telling me about this, and I couldn't even believe my ears when they gave you that much for, the shipping and everything. It's just really just not right of them that they actually did that.
I was very upset.
I know, I would be too if I were you. I mean, it's just really just ridiculous that happened, but...
And you know what? It's upsetting. It really is. I feel like, in a way, I was taken advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I don't know why Midtown did that, but I don't know what else to say. There's no words just to put it. I mean, it was just a wrong thing to do for shipping.
Absolutely.
For that much money.
And the ironic thing is, this past Wednesday, or yesterday when I was making my comic order, I saw that Midtown, and Mike, you actually bought it for both of us. Midtown is actually going to have an exclusive Superman Red Sun pop vinyl figure.
Yep.
And it's coming out at the end of August. I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe they just decided to make it.
Yeah,
so
I mean, if it's coming out in August, it had to be at least a final decision.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got that, and I was very happy I'm happy that Midtown has their little exclusives that they do now and again. But, I don't know, with the comics, I never had a problem with our comics every week. I've never had a problem. I never had a complaint. I mean, that with the United States Postal Service, of course, there were certain mistakes here, there, and everywhere, not on Midtown's fault. It's not Midtown's fault what happened, but this is the first time in history that I'm very upset with Midtown for what they've done for Free Comic Book Day. And I'm being honest here. I will still order my comics from Midtown, but I think next year for Free Comic Book Day, either I will find a store, I'll go into the city and go to Midtown, in person to get the books, or I'll just pick the books I want and I will not buy every single book like I normally do, and then usually I give them away to people anyway after I do the haul video. But I will not do what I did this year next year again, and I'm very disappointed in Midtown's policy for Free Comic Book Day.
But who knows what 1 year will bring, so we'll
exactly
find out.
You never know. My second issue is people in general. I wouldn't have felt the need to run on the website at 11 o'clock in the morning when they first went on sale if people didn't run on and buy every single Free Comic Book Day book that there is out there. This is supposed to be a holiday where everybody gets their own, free comic book, whether it be 1, 2, 3, whatever. I didn't even care if I got them all. I didn't get upset when Sydney said I missed out on 5. There was key issues I wanted. For Futures and issue 0, Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket Raccoon, and I wanted to get the Steam Wars, but obviously I did not. And I know Cindy wanted to get Mouse Guard, which she did, and you wanted to get Sonic and Mega Man, which you unfortunately did not. But the fact of the matter is, we had to run on there the time they went on sale, and they were selling out like crazy. Guys, I wish I could explain to you how things were last year, and I wish Cindy could explain to you guys how things were this year. Literally, she put stuff in the cart, and as she clicked the checkout button, not even a minute or two into the whole Free Comic Book Day books going on sale, already 10 and 15 books were being taken out of her cart with the quote that they were already sold out. And some came back into stock because obviously people bought more than one, but they were disappearing off the shelves faster than you could say, abracadabra. My issue is people, whenever they see the word free, they run. I remember at New York Comic Con, you were actually at the Spider-Man panel when this happened, Mike.
Yes, I was.
You don't even know what I'm about to say, and you're saying, yeah, I was.
No, I was at the Spider-Man panel. That's what I said.
I was at the Dark Horse booth, and it was the last day, and, they take all their stuff, and they just put it out and whatever. So they took a humongous bowl of pins and a humongous stack of posters, and they just put it on the table. Take what you want. People, instead of reaching in and taking like one of each, two of each, at most, I took two. I took one for me, and I took one for you, and Cindy was there, so she took one for herself. People were literally dipping their hand in the pin bowl and taking out a handful of pins and shoving them in their pocket. And the posters, there was about 3 or 4 different posters. People were just grabbing stacks. You know what I did? I took one for me, I took one for Mike, and I was done. I did not overtake the amount of stuff they had there. And that's my issue with people. I understand even on Midtown it was limited 1 per customer, but man, you throw the word free in front of people and they become animals. It was amazing how people just literally grabbed that every free thing at that Dark Horse booth. I mean, that stuff was gone in less than a second. It's like cockroaches eating a cookie, And that's my issue. It's like, the companies know that Free Comic Book Day is like this big thing for comic collectors now, and comic books have been coming up in pop culture. They've been getting very popular. A lot of people are getting into comic books. You would think, and this isn't on Midtown, you would think that the comic book companies would make enough issues so that it doesn't become a fight for who gets issue 0 of Future's End before it's gone forever, because it's gone forever. Good luck finding a Free Comic Book Day. I mean, you can go on eBay, but if you get people like last year that are charging $50 and $60 for one book like Mass Effect, that's just plain ridiculous.
We'll just have to find out what lies in store for Free Comic Book Day next year, but
my thing is, people just don't be greedy. If you had Free Comic Book Day already, don't go off and go back on the internet and take away from people who didn't have a Free Comic Book Day, such as us, and take away our books because you want to order either a second book or you want to order books you didn't get from your shop. Be happy with what you got and let other people enjoy the books too. There are still kids out there. I feel bad because what kid at Monday morning at 11 o'clock in the morning was on Midtown Comics buying those books?
There are other people to consider as well. I mean, it's not just you that just reads the books. There are other people that have to be taken into consideration that they love comics too and they love to read. It's not just you as
and I
one
did donate.
person.
I did donate last year's books.
And
the little kid
did.
books.
Yes,
the
you
kid
did.
books I did donate to little kids that we have around the area. I gave them away.
Did.
Whatever Cindy didn't keep for herself to read, I gave away because I don't need them.
Exactly.
The Halloween books.
Well, it's another
Same
right
thing
to do. I mean, just to donate.
I mean, Halloween now. They have the Halloween free comic book thing.
Well, yeah.
And I gave those books away, too. I don't keep them. I do the haul because I know you guys love seeing the haul, and then I give the books away. I don't even review them. I didn't review any of them, if you notice. I don't review the Free Comic Book Day stuff. I mean, I want to review. I would love to do Future's End issue 0 with number 1, but I don't think they're going to get here on time to do it. But other than that, there are no books that I would honestly review, like the littler books, like Archie Digest. I give that to Mom every year. You know that. So I don't know. It's just Free Comic Book Day is supposed to be a holiday and a fun time. I just hope people don't go too far and ruin something that's really fun and it's an enjoyable thing to do. So this year, I kind of feel like my Free Comic Book Day was kind of spoiled because of not only what Midtown did with the handling fees, also with the people who just were literally on the site waiting. And the second the books went on sale, 1 million people went and started ordering all the books, every single book from Free Comic Book Day. So I feel like, not that the whole holiday for me was ruined. I mean, I did enjoy Saturday, but I didn't get to go to a store and enjoy a sale. I didn't do anything. I mean, I just had to hope that on Monday I got my books, and thank God I got the books that I wanted most, -1, and you didn't get your book, unfortunately, and Cindy got her book at least.
I mean, sometimes you can't get it all, but then again, there are other people to consider, which is why I've just pointed out before to the others. But You win some, you lose some. What can I say?
Right. Now, I don't want to dwell on this, so let's talk about something else. Now, you
Yes.
didn't know about this today. This is the only bit of TV news I have. Saban and Lionsgate. You know Lionsgate. Lionsgate does Twilight. They've done, I forgot what other, they've done so many books. They've done, I think, Lord of the Rings, if I'm not mistaken. Lionsgate's done a lot of movies.
They've done a lot of famous films from books
So,
to now.
both of them are going to be rebooting the Power Rangers in cinematic form. They're going to be going back to the first generation of Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and they're going to be redoing it. They're going to be doing a movie for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because they're very popular right now and they want to rejuvenate and reboot the franchise. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, here's my opinion or more of a thing about it. Now, see, as of now in current day, the Power Rangers we're watching now is Super Mega Force.
25 years later.
25 years later, right. Now, when the first Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie came out, we were still in a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger era. Close to going into Zeo.
We were kids.
Right,
we were kids
and we were kids, and we knew who played in the Power Rangers movie, minus the characters that played as Zach, Trini, and Jason were not in. They were different characters.
Yeah, they were replaced by...
they were replaced by the other...
Adam, Rocky, and Aisha.
Yeah. But see, the thing is that you're going to go, like, years later when the Power Rangers movie came out, which already did... And then you're going to reboot and...
They acted like there were no Power Ranger movies before.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You can't remake a remake. In other words, you can't remake a movie that was so good to something...
They're not remaking the movie. They're starting... The movie's supposed to be... You know how the first episode was Day of the Dumpster?
Right.
Where the Power Rangers got their morphers and
how they got their powers and
that's the movie. They're going to make that the movie.
Yeah, but see, that was already done. You can't do something that was already done and then just believe that's how it really happened, because we know how it happened because we grew up with them. Now, see, in Power Ranger movie history, there were two movies that came out Power Rangers. The first movie, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Which introduced the animal Zord.
Right.
The animal, not the dinosaur.
And Power Rangers Turbo.
Which introduced the Turbo Ranger.
And it looked over Zeo. Now, what they should have done is just focused on the Super Mega Force, because this is the era we're in.
Yeah, I would think that would be the movie, Super Mega Force.
But going into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers...
Again?
That already happened... You know, with a new cast and everything, I mean, that doesn't actually sit well with me. I mean...
Me neither. I like the original 5 Power Rangers. I don't think they need to be redone.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are big fans, such as us, that are Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fans and other series as well.
Original ones, at least.
The original ones. But you're going into a different level where, okay, we know who the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are, but now you're going to tell us...
It's done.
Yeah, because what I'm seeing is that they're going to either tell us something different that didn't happen to make the
They're going to make
new
it
viewers.
new. Yeah, they're going to make it brand new.
Like what they're doing with the new 52. Like with Super...
I'm thinking of Turtles more.
Well, Turtles. But I'm just giving an example like New 52. They think Superman was brought up to be this way, when in pre-New 52, you didn't... You know, you were taught differently. I mean, I don't know why society and movies are teaching us how heroes or whatever movies coming out that are different than now, but I just don't feel that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers shouldn't make the movie that is current day of Super Mega Force.
I don't see a purpose. That's like going backwards in a way. I mean, we started with Mighty Morphin. It had an amazing run. We went into Zeo, then we went into Turbo, and then we went into space. Why do we have to go all the way back? We are 25 generations of Power Rangers ahead now. We're in Super Mega Force, which is about to have the gigantic Legends War, which is going to be all the Power Rangers from every single series ever created in America, all together fighting in this war. And now you're telling us that basically, oh, well, you know what? In the movies, we're going to go back in time. We're going to go all the way back to the very beginning, to the first ever generation of Power Rangers in America, because in Japan, actually, that was the 10th or 11th or 12th series of Sentai. Beside the point, though, we're going to go back in time in the movie theaters, though, and we're going to start from the very, very beginning and start with Mighty Morphin again. What story are we going to get? What cast are we going to get? Jason David Frank is like the staple of Power Rangers, and he started in Mighty Morphin. So who are you going to get to replace Tommy? What actor are you going to get to play Tommy that isn't Jason David Frank?
I don't think there's anybody.
There's no way you can replace Jason David Frank, and in a way, there's really no way you can replace any of the 5 original Power Rangers. All 5 had their moment. It's over. Mighty Morphin is done. If you want to do a movie, awesome. Do it with Super Mega Force. Do it with Go Busters. Do it with, even though Go Busters isn't going to make it to TV, do it with Dino Charge. Don't do it with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You're going backwards instead of forwards.
They're just gonna just go back and just tell us stories that we know, and then just say to new viewers, "Hey, this is how they were," and no, it was not.
That's boring. I don't need to hear anymore. I mean, would it be great to see the original Power Rangers get back together for another adventure? Of course, but it's not gonna be the original Power Rangers. They're gonna hire new actors because all the Power Rangers got old now. It's been 20 plus years. And it's going to be a new cast of new people. Jason David Frank fans are going to be pissed off to no end. Even though Jason David Frank is obviously going to, support the movie and tell all of his fans to support it. They're not, because he's not going to be Tommy anymore. And what does that matter for the TV series? The TV series is never going to be able to acknowledge the movie series. And you can't move forward with the movies because Mighty Morphin is done. What are you going to do? Have a movie franchise for Mighty Morphin and then everything else is going to continue forward with the original Sentai? I mean, we got Tokyuger going on right now in Japan. That's going to be the Train Power Rangers in 2017. Are you going to tell me in 2017 when the Train Power Rangers are going on TV, you're going to have the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers first movie coming out from Lionsgate and Saban? I think Saban kind of went a little loopy here.
I can't understand really how the movie industries are just taking our childhood and just saying that, oh, we know better than you.
Yeah, we want to reboot your entire childhood. Everything's been rebooted so far.
Everything. It's just horrible and horrific just to see all these things, and people like it.
You can't
That's
reboot.
The thing.
But here's the thing: you can't reboot the Power Rangers because the Power Rangers originated in
Mighty
Japan.
Morphin, right?
Yeah, but they originated also in Japan.
Right.
This is Saban and Lionsgate's way of saying, okay, we're going to make an all-American Power Ranger movie, just like Mighty Morphin's movie and just like Turbo. However, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers got 4 stars, whereas Turbo got 2.5 to 3 stars.
And that said a lot.
That's saying a lot. Now, I don't know why Lionsgate is going to take a chance with this movie, but I do not see this movie, especially with a brand new staff and a story that's completely unknown to any of us. Completely, American, by the way, with no, Japanese origin, like the other 2 movies, how it's going to work. I don't see it working. I don't see it working well, at least.
Neither do I, and I just don't understand it.
And the reason Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, worked so well, they had the original staff.
That they did. Minus the other 3, but it went into...
Well, it had Rocky, Aisha,
it did
Adam,
from the show.
Worked.
I mean,
yeah.
If you watch the show, then you would know, but... I don't know. I mean, I just don't like how they're just remaking and rebooting these things lately. It's just not... It doesn't sit well with me at all. Especially with this Power Rangers movie. It's
nonsensical.
I mean, like I say to people... We in time, let's just wait and see what other people say. But to me, you just can't remake and reboot.
I hear rumors that Paper Cuts, after the free comic book day book for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they're gonna be doing a Power Rangers comic series.
Well, yeah, go figure, because now they're
That
making
would be
a
good
movie.
for Kitty Corner.
No, it would be good for Kitty Corner, but I'm saying go figure now because they're making a movie. But I figured sooner or later they would.
My advice to Saban and Lionsgate is think long and hard before you make a decision with this movie moving forward, because you're going to screw up an entire franchise just to put out a movie to make extra money. I would really highly suggest you think about your decision to go forward or not with this movie before you go forward with it, because I would say it's a possible bad idea to remake the entire original Power Rangers in your image again just to get newer fans into the series. I would say work on the series that you're given in this year. You have Super Mega Force, make a Super Mega Force movie. You have next year Dino Charge, make a Dino Charge movie. Do not go back and start Mighty Morphin Power Rangers all over again. It's been done. It's over. It's old now. And so in Japan, it's older. And I think the fact that Jason David Frank is still a very well-known, Power Ranger. You say Jason David Frank, you think Power Rangers. That's enough. You got Jason David Frank from the original Mighty Morphin. He's the only one that's really stuck around, in the TV line and in the Ranger line in general. Just be happy with what you got. I mean, after this movie, do you think Jason David Frank's going to be the same person? No, people are going to be like, I saw Tommy on the big screen. That's not Tommy. That's an older man. Because, of course, they're going to hire teenagers to play the part. So, once again, I don't know if this is a good idea. Looking at it at a broad view. Personally, if they want to do the movie, it's no hair off my back, because I've already gotten my, I've grown up through Power Rangers. I'm done, so to speak, with Power Rangers. I could care less what they're doing next in anything, because I'll be honest, I'm enjoying Sentai from Japan a lot more right now than what America has to offer with Power Rangers. So if they want to go forward with the Power Ranger movie, I'm not going to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter for me. I would just say, from a child standpoint, I wouldn't replace the originals, because it's going to cause a lot of conflict. And that's really all I have to say to that. Do you have anything else?
All I could say is that to make a remake and a reboot, just good luck with that, because it's a big step to make a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie that already happened.
Yep.
On both TV series and the movie as well, but I guess just wait in time for us just to see what it is ourselves, but it's not going to be the same. That is all I can just flat out say. It's just not going to be the same as the original, so do not expect to look for that if that's what you're hoping and looking for. No, I'm just saying to the viewers as well who are watching this, but
right.
Definitely so.
Alright, so enough of TV, enough of ranting on Free Comic Book Day. Let's talk about the thing that this podcast is all about, and that's comic books. We got two big things to discuss this week. One being a comic, and one being a book that was just released this past Tuesday. And the straight original graphic novel, straight to hardback. There's no single issues of this. Marvel OGN, X-Men No More Humans, written by Mike Carey and art by Salvador LaRocca. Guys, this book, in my opinion, the artwork is beautiful, and the story feels like it's chaptered off really well. Chapter 1 is the problem, where the humans disappear and the X-Men come together as one whole again to find out what happened to the humans and how to bring them back. The second chapter, which is identifying who the person is and who's responsible for all the humans disappearing, which was Ray's, apparently Wolverine and Mystique's son, who it's his fault. He used a machine that was able to teleport them away and open up portals to different dimensions, and he was bringing in all these mutants from different dimensions that were being hunted. And then the final chapter, which is the resolve, where basically the humans are brought back to Earth and how the X-Men defeated Rays. Now, for me, I felt this book was a great read. I enjoyed it all the way through. I just feel I had one problem. The ending. Oh. Basically, all this shit's going on. You have the X-Men fighting Rays and his Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, basically from all over the cosmos, all over different universes, different realities. And the X-Men are losing. The X-Men were losing bad.
Very bad.
And as a matter of fact, they were at a point where they had lost, basically, but the humans were still going to be able to go back to Earth somehow. It took the Phoenix Force, and how the Phoenix Force got there, guys, you're going to have to read this book on your own. But basically, the Phoenix Force fixed everything. And even Angel, in the book, Angel said at the end of the whole thing, and I was thinking that the moment this happened, Angel basically says, let me get to that page. No, there's that. That felt easy. that felt easy to you? Oh, Wolverine said, "Can it really be that easy?" And then Angel's like, "Can it really be that easy for you?" Man, I'm never gonna cut it as an X-Man. Wolverine basically is saying, flat out, was it really that easy? All we needed was the Phoenix Force? And I understand where Angel's coming from, where he's like, do you really call that easy? You got into this humongous fight. We were killing each other. We were killing each other to try to stop the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. And you think that was easy? I understood what Wolverine meant. Basically, the Phoenix Force fixed everything, and all is well in the world thanks to the Phoenix Force, and that's the end. But, by the way, the Phoenix Force is not of that universe. Once again, you got to read this book. So that's the one gripe I had, that the story was fixed or everything went back to status quo. It almost felt too easy, like what Wolverine said with the Phoenix Force. But all in all, I loved the artwork on every single page. It was a pleasure turning each and every one of those pages to continue the story of X-Men No More Humans. Guys, I will be doing a review of this book on Comic Frontline, a full in-depth review. I'm going to wait a couple more days so I know people will have the book. Probably I'll have my review up on Monday. But guys, the book was really, really good. There was tons of dialogue. Magneto was on the side of the X-Men, then he went to Ray's side, and then he kind of was against Ray's. Well, what do you want to say?
No, I was just saying, the one thing that you didn't point out about the book is that mostly
say your opinion. What did you think of the book and your thoughts on it?
To be honest, like, the artwork was really amazing, and
I loved it. That was the main selling point.
Yeah, and was it just me, or was it that the X-Men wanted peace, whereas in the other side of the other people, they wanted war?
Basically, Reyes was looking to pick a fight with the X-Men.
Right, I mean, Wolverine was all ready to go and everything, and so was Cyclops. But then Magneto just comes in and saying, like, this isn't, like, the right time to fight now. Like, we should just, like, they just wanted peace and everything. I mean, I knew it was going to happen eventually during the middle to end of the book, that they were going to fight each other regardless. I mean, come on, I even could call that. And it was just also weird just how it took really 2 Phoenixes just to completely solve everything. And to make Jean Grey turn into Phoenix. The Phoenix. Thank you. I'm thinking of Rogue for some reason. To turn into Phoenix right away, because usually it took time for Jean Grey to turn into Phoenix. So that was another weird thing I saw in the book. But don't get me wrong, though. I mean, when I was reading the story, I was really hooked on it, and I really liked the dialogue along with the story of how it played into it. And I really would recommend to all you X-Men fans to check out the No More Humans book and read the rest for yourselves and let us know what you think, either the same or different than we think.
I agree.
But are you looking for a rating? Or?
Yeah, you can give you a rating. I think out of 5 stars, X-Men No More Humans, a 3.5 to a solid 4.
Really? Because I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I said a solid 4.
Oh, you said 3.5 to 4, but I would just say 4 out of 5 in my rating.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 4. It was really good. I'm enjoying the OGN books, which OGN actually means, original graphic novel, meaning there's no comics connected to it. It's just literally, the story is a book. I've been loving the OGNs out of Marvel so far. Family Business from Spider-Man was really good. No More Humans was really good for X-Men. It just doesn't get any better than the OGN universe, I guess. Well, at least Marvel found something good. It's like Earth 1 from DC. Marvel announced that all the stuff that goes on in the OGN universe actually does play ramifications into the regular universe. Like Spider-Man Family Business is part of continuity. And I'm sure this is part of continuity, but it's part of old continuity, like it already happened.
Yes.
So I love the book.
Yeah, and I would definitely recommend, like I said before, to get the book.
I highly recommend you check it out. You can find it at In-Stock Trade cheap. You can find it on Amazon cheap. You can find it basically anywhere for cheap. So there's that. And then we go to the number 1 book that we're going to be discussing this week, which is Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1.
Yes, Peter Parker has returned. No more Doc Ock Superior.
Yeah, but the problem is Peter Parker's back and Spider-Man's in a good place, mostly, for the time being. But Peter Parker's life is what's upside down.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to sort of fix up and consequences that follow the after effects of what Doc Ock Superior Spider-Man did.
Absolutely. He was fighting these stupid D-list characters, people you'll never see again, and he loses his clothes, and he's walking around in a Spidey web underwear. It was hilarious, that part. And then in the end, you get that little shocker with Anne-Marie. I don't want to give too much away, but there was a shocker. There were 2 shockers with Anne-Marie, one involving a box and one involving the last page of the main story. Then you get a follow-up of 2 other stories. One is Electro, and the other one is Black Cat, who was released from prison by Electro because Electro went to a prison cell or a prison, prison in general, and he used his powers and he blew up the prison and people were escaping. She was one of the people that actually escaped. So
wasn't Black Cat the one that helped them escape?
No. She was just there when it happened.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other way around.
Thanks to Doc Ock Spidey, Felicia Hardy's entire life is over. Like, the world knows that she's Black Cat now. They've already went to her place and they took all the treasure she once stole. So she's definitely going to want some revenge on Spider-Man. And I feel bad for Pete. I mean, it wasn't his fault, but it looks like he's going to be getting the brunt or the ramifications of what Doc Ock did.
There's a big vengeance streak on Spider-Man, and it's, more worse than it was before.
Yep. And then in the next issue, the next story, it was kind of funny, like what my web shooters do kind of thing, the little cartoony comic.
Yeah, I was looking at it, I'm like, what the hell? But then again, it was nice to read a funny thing, because I do read in the paper sometimes.
Yeah. And then that was followed up by a little preview for Spidey 2099.
Yes,
which is written by Peter David.
Yeah, and Peter David, by the way, for those of you who don't know, he is the writer of the all-new X Factor comic book, which I am currently reading. And
also, they gave us a little bit more into Amazing Spider-Man 1.1, The Past with Spidey.
And also, they gave the thing at the end with the comic book that's already out, the Inhumanities, I think, issue number 1. I mean, I don't know what the point of that was to put in the book, but because it's already out as a comic, so I have no idea why they're doing that. They did that with some comic books, like Black Widow and etc. Can't even name them all off the top of my head. Don't even know why it is to pick up a comic book when it's already in there. But there were a lot of things in the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1, along with different covers, which actually...
They also did show Kane. They did show a story with Kane. Like, Pete went to Texas to look up Kane and find out what he was up to. And that kind of promotes New Guardians a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah. But, there was just a lot of amazing stuff that was definitely... like, you just read Spider-Man, like, all along and didn't miss anything. Well, or actually that you missed the good old classic Spider-Man, and it was a great way to bring Peter Parker back to life.
Absolutely.
I would say.
I loved it. I just didn't like how, other than the main story, Black Cat and Electro, everything else kind of felt like a glorified preview.
It did, actually.
And then you have Inhuman at the very end of the book, which pissed me off because I bought Inhuman number 1. I don't need a free copy of the first issue again in my Amazing Spider-Man. Inhuman.
Oh, it was Inhuman? Oh, I don't know why I was thinking Inhumanity.
So I'm kind of upset about that.
Yeah, that was just unnecessary to put in the book.
Yeah, it made it thicker, and you didn't need it to be that thick. You could have just put in the Spider-Man story, and that would have been good enough.
Basically, but just lots of stuff. I'm really looking into Spider-Man 1.1 issue that's coming out.
That's going to be awesome.
Along with the other
Alex
issues.
Ross covers.
Yeah, and the Alex Ross cover. Yeah, Alex Ross is an amazing artist. How he just puts comic book characters into reality. Mm-hmm. Really amazing. Hopefully one day if I met him, I would get an autograph, and even an interview with him would be even phenomenally amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all I have to say. Anything you want to bring up? Any other news? Or
No, that's about it. So, guys, I'm going to now turn it over. Well, me and Brent actually shot this earlier. So we're going to switch the show over to myself and Brant for the Zone 4 segment. And then we will be right back after that with the weekly rundown, which we will run down the books that will be released on May. Well, I'll tell you when we get back from the round. So, for right now, I'm going to turn it over to myself and Brant in the past, but for you guys, it'll be the present. And you guys hopefully will enjoy the Zone 4 segment, and we'll be right back after that. So, hang tight. You're going to be hearing some of me and Brant.
All right, so welcome back to another exciting, fun-filled episode, or segment, rather, of Zone 4. I am Brant Fowler.
And wow! Wasn't I just talking? I'm Chris Ventura.
It's weird how that happens.
Yeah, apparently I'm in the Zone 4 skits now on the show.
Yeah. At least I didn't say, thank you, Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hey, you're welcome. Hi, Brant.
All right, so how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good for the time that we're shooting this. I'm all right.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I don't know where I'm at. But anyway,
You're at home.
I'm
at home.
I know where I will be.
Where will you be?
Thank you. I was waiting for that. Where will you be? No,
And if you say Oz, I swear.
no, I'm going to Disney. No, I'm joking.
Disney's better.
Yeah.
Disney's better.
The wizard's a sham. He's not real. That's Oz is a joke. But anyway, I'm slap happy. I'm sorry. No, this Saturday I'll actually be at a convention.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I didn't know New York Comic Con was coming early.
No. Well, there is the special edition next month, but that's next month.
Yeah, which I haven't even received anything from. Thank you very much, New York Comic Con special. Apparently, you have to be special in order to be invited to the special. Well, I wasn't going to go anyway, so to you.
I'm special. My mommy tells me so.
My mommy tells me I'm very smart. Wow, thanks for the long pause. Oh, okay. Oh.
I didn't know how to respond. I didn't know what I was supposed to say. I was actually trying to think of another joke.
You could have agreed. That's what you could have done.
You could have agreed to my mommy that I'm special, but you just...
I did agree by saying, well, my mommy thinks that I'm very smart. But no, you just went and just took a long pause.
See, I took that as I'm trumping you because my mommy don't say I'm special. She says I'm smart.
I don't have to trump you. I met Donald Trump. I don't want to be bald with a blonde kind of wig thing that looks like it's always falling off my head.
Actually, I think it's his real hair. I think what he does is grows it out long in the back and flips it over the top.
I think he's Michael Jackson and he just sewed it into his head.
Who knows? That thing is weird. Anyway.
Yeah, where the heck do we go?
It's an odd sidetrack. Go from a convention to Donald Trump's hair. That's a new one. All right, so yeah, this Saturday is actually the River Comic. Ready? Let's count it again. What is John's calling? Well, no, it's actually his wife's. Anyway, it's the River City Comic Expo in Louisville, Kentucky, and it's run by my good friend John Wilson's wife, Kim Wilson. And this convention is a completely for charity comic convention. All proceeds that the convention makes from sales of tables and all that kind of stuff goes straight to this charity called Fun for the Eyes, which goes to help blind children, get the help that they need. So I mean, it's a really great cause. Which
is awesome. We should have had John's wife come on. I would have loved to have asked her where she came up with the idea and how she chose the charity and everything that the money would go to.
Well, she actually works with blind kids. She's a teacher.
But there you go. Thank you, John's wife. I'm sure in spirit you were, or as you're listening to this, you were saying that and yelling that at me. So I'm sorry. I didn't know what your profession was. Nobody.
I'm sorry. But yeah, the Fun for the Eyes, it promotes the independence and self-advocacy of blind and visually impaired individuals living in Jefferson County, Kentucky, which is the Louisville area, from ages 3 to 21. So it's not even just kids. It's, So it's a great cause, and I'm actually going to be there. I'm going to be set up at a table, and I'm kind of thrilled to be a part of something that's giving back like that. So it's pretty cool.
Brant's gonna advertise for Comic Frontline.
I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing yet, because obviously I don't have another issue of Wannabes out, sadly.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah, it is, but
Oh, well, you were supposed to deny it. Jeez. Look at this man. He's so honest. He doesn't even deny the truth.
I'm going to shirk it off on somebody else. Yeah, it's Mike's fault.
There you go.
Isn't that what we always say when it's something? Yeah, it's Mike's fault.
There you go. All Mike's fault.
Anyway,
I'm sure he's gonna be sitting there going, "Me?
Yeah,
What
I
did I do?"
Oh, you're holding up production, man. Whenever you hear this, you're holding up production. I don't know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know Mike when I created one of these. But anyway, that's beside the point. So yeah, I'll be set up there. Thinking about having like maybe a portfolio of my lettering and logo work and stuff like that. But there's going to be a bunch of creators there. A lot of the comic related family. Chet Moore, of course, founder of Comic Related, is going to be there, mainly promoting Derby City Comic Con, which takes place next month. And some of our friends like Victor Dandridge, Eric Adams, Dustin Carson. These are people I know. I know you don't know all of them, but
I don't know any of them except for Chuck.
well, you've met Victor. You know Victor.
Yes. Yeah. He was at the table at New York Comic Con.
Yeah. So he'll be there. So
Sure, I wasn't invited, but that's okay. It's fine. You know what? Fun in the eyes a different way.
These people all live in the tri-state area. They live in
Whose
Ohio.
fault's that? Nobody will move me out there.
So now it's everybody. Never mind. Anyway.
I'll move to Florida.
Oh, shoot. Ren McKenzie, who was also at New York Comic Con, is going to be there. You saw him, too.
Name again?
Ren McKenzie. Mohawk.
Ah, Mohawk.
There you go. He's going to be there. And, let's see, who else is going to be there? I'm trying to remember. Underground Video Network, which is good friends of the site. They do some video. They did they taped the new Comic Day live action stuff we did.
Nice.
Yeah, so they'll be there.
Need to do more of that, by the way.
If we can ever get us all together, yeah, that might be cool.
New York Comic Con 2014.
Ringtail Cafe is going to be there.
I know Ringtail. Brett, if you're so kind, could you please pick me up one of those wonderful stuffed animals they have?
You gonna send me money to do that? No, I'm joking.
Oh,
Yeah,
who said that you had to pay for it? Just say, hey, I have a friend. May I borrow one?
I shall see what I can do.
I love Yuck. That's an actual character. I'm not making fun.
No, Yuck's awesome.
He's so
From the
cute.
confectionaries, which at least one issue of was lettered by yours truly.
There you go. So say, I lettered an issue for you. I deserve a
Give me
stuffed
the
animal to send to my friend who thinks it's cute. I'll display it in my comic reviews.
And Blue Line Pro is going to be there. Everybody knows that one. Blue Line Pro. Come on. Sketch Magazine. There's a sketch blog on Comic Related. You don't know what Sketch Magazine is? Come on. Blue Line Pro is an art supply store. You get comic boards. A lot of artists use their stuff. And they're good friends of Comic Related.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Can I get some free back? Well, no, I don't need free backboards. Never mind. I'm trying to sell mine away. Never mind. I take it back.
Trying to get all this free stuff from me. I see.
No. I mean, if they want to take their backboards back, I mean, when I'm done with my comic reviews, I take the backboard and put them away.
There's also the creator of Peanut Pudding and Jelly is going to be there.
I thought you were going to say the creator of Peanuts was going to be there. I was about to ape bonker.
He's not alive anymore, dude.
Oh, that's what it could have been his kid.
Well, could been, but it's not. It's Peanut Pudding and Jelly. It's a webcomic, Rodney Fike. He's a Cincinnati, Ohio artist, so he's going to be there. Anyway, all kinds of cool stuff going on. If you're in the Louisville area, it's Saturday, May 10th from, I believe it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the Mid-City Mall. and it's going to be a fun time. Public place, free admission because it's in a mall, so you don't have to pay anything to get in at all.
It'd be funny if somebody was at the mall entrance going, $5 entry fee. That wouldn't be me.
No. Yeah, it would. But anyway.
I was just say, yeah, it would.
But you can just walk through the mall and see what the creators have going on, and it's going to be a lot of cool stuff. There's actually even going to be panels.
Really?
Yeah.
Marvel and DC?
No. Victor's going to do his You Create program, which I don't know if you're familiar with that, but he created a program that teaches kids how to make comics.
I saw it through his Facebook, actually. Yes, I did.
Yeah, and he's gone around to different places. He's done it at various conventions and things like that. And it's always a really positive thing. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's going to be doing that. There's going to be a Corn Island Steampunk Society panel.
Corn Island?
I have no idea. So, if you're into steampunk,
not making fun.
Yeah,
but.
No. If you're into steampunk, that's cool. The Art of Podcasting with Jenny Tonic and Chuck Moore.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Wait.
What?
You mean there's an art to this? There's an art to talking into a microphone?
Not the way we do it, obviously.
Wait a minute. So now you're changing it to we're doing it wrong and they're doing it right.
No, that's not it at all. No, Chuck's been podcasting for going on 6-7 years now, and he's done several podcasts. I mean, I guess they're just going to be talking about, there are certain things that we try to do, even with our shows. Professionally, we do that. I'm not going to go into it here. If people want to hear, they can go to the panel.
I understand that, but it's not really an art. It's more of a, what's the word I'd look for? It's more of a, it's kind of, yeah, you're right. It is an art.
It is an art. We're artistes, man. We're artistes.
Well, speak for yourself. I'm a writer. I can't draw for spit.
Yeah, no. Exactly. Nicely done. And there's going to be a Comics 101 panel by Retail Cafe. So.
Could you record that? I'd like to see that.
Actually, since Underground Video Network's there, they may be recording some of this. They usually do when we do the local stuff like that. So hopefully they will.
I would love to hear Chuck and Jenny's insight on what we are doing wrong.
But there's also going to be a silent auction with, of course, all the funds going towards the charity. Items that have been donated so far, Mark Wade has donated signed copy of Marvel's Here Comes Daredevil graphic novel collecting issues 1 through 6 of his run.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, get me that. I already have that.
Yeah. And, some other stuff. Laura Ennis has, from the Dreamer comic it's a web comic, and it was, the collection was published by IDW. She's donated some original art. There's some different stuff.
You should have told me, Brent. I could have sent you a few things that could have gone in the auction.
I thought you knew. John talks about it every episode of Zone 4.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was taking stuff. I would have given stuff. I thought he was like taking from famous people. Shoot, I got a few things.
No, he would take stuff from me, and I'm far from famous, so...
You got a comic out, dude. You be quiet.
I got a comic out years ago. Anyway.
Yeah, nobody's helping me with mine. I'm still sitting there going, I have an idea. And everybody's like, great, you have an artist? I go, nope. And they're like, well, keep on thinking. Thank you very much. One day somebody will say, I'll help you find an artist.
Yeah, that's the way it goes, though. But if you guys want to check out more details about this convention, you can go to rivercitycomicexpo.louisville.weebly.com.
There you go. I highly support it, especially because I think what John's wife is doing is, first of all, her profession is amazing in and of itself. And what she's doing with this convention, and especially, I'm sure John is he's the one that's doing all the organizing and whatnot. I think it's amazing what they're doing and why they're doing it, and where none of the money is going to them, which this is the first convention in history, since I've been born at least, where I see all the money going towards charity and zero going back to the people who are actually paying good money to do the convention.
Mhm.
Zero money's going towards the people who are going to be at the convention, which is why you don't see DC, Marvel there, because, you know, if they're not making money, then, well, it's not worth doing, I guess. This is not a knock at all, but at the same time, Jesus, come on, be nice, people. Anyway, these are people who actually care about the kids, and they want to be there and give of themselves, especially telling us what we're doing wrong with podcasting, just to give money to those wonderful kids. I swear, if there's a way, I'm going to actually try to donate a little bit of money, money in my end permitting. If not through the convention, then through just donations in and of itself.
Cool. That would be awesome. But yeah, so it's a great cause. It's going to be a great time. You know, a bunch of, you know, I don't know everybody that's going to be there, but all the people I do know, they're positive people. They're a lot of fun. So, you know.
I have a question, Brent. You answered it already, and I know it, but I'm going to ask it because I'm sure somebody who's listening to this is going to wonder. Is there a way for people who are not in Kentucky, such as myself, to donate money to the cause even though they can't be there?
All right, yeah. Actually, if you want to donate in any other way, the best thing to do would probably be to contact them directly. You can email River City Comic Expo Louisville at gmail.com and get in touch with you know, John or Kim Wilson, and they will be able to help you with that. So.
There you go. Maybe there's a special link, or maybe they'll just send you straight to the actual fund.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is send the money to the foundation and just say in the little description thingy, because all donations have that, in care of the River City Convention.
Yeah. And for anybody that is going to be there, obviously it is a mall, so there's going to be all kinds of eateries and things like that around. As a matter of fact, in the mall, there's a Subway, Dairy Queen, Dunkin' Donuts. I paused that because I know Chris really likes Dunkin' Donuts.
You can pause because here's you've already plotted my entire morning and afternoon. I'd walk in the morning and have some coffee with a donut, followed by lunch at Subway, because I love Subway.
I do too.
Followed by a good evening meal towards almost the end of the con at Wendy's.
There you go.
And Dairy Queen. So in between the convention, I'd be making little pit stops over at Dairy Queen. Eat some really nice ice cream and stuff like that there.
There you go. And there's also Skyline Chili for all you Cincinnati people. I don't know if they have those anywhere else.
I wouldn't go. Yeah, no, because I wouldn't go there anyway. Chili goes right through me. Then I'd be using the bathroom at Wendy's instead of eating at
Lord.
Wendy's.
Good Lord. And there's also a movie theater, like, right there. So anybody that wants to go see Amazing Spider-Man 2 while you're there, hey. But come see us first.
Right. So I would go to Wendy's after the convention and then stop off at the movie theater on my way out to watch Spider-Man 2. And then I maybe would pass over to that Chili's place right before I left the mall completely after the movie, ate some chili, and ran home before I had to worry about going to the bathroom. There you go.
Good to know.
And I'd probably be bunking with Brant, so Brant, stay out of the bathroom.
Alrighty. The way you're talking and eating, I'll probably stay out of the room.
Well, there you go. You'll be safe then. No toxic fumes for you.
Oh, shoot. What a way to go.
Go down eating.
Anyway. So, yeah, it's going to be a blast. So come out and support the cause. And, you know, you're at a mall, so have fun.
And definitely bring some of those Tums if you're going to go to that Chili's place.
You're going to get so much hate mail from Cincinnati folk.
Why? I said I'd eat there. It's any food that's spicy goes right through me. So it doesn't have to be from those people. It could be from anybody.
That's usually the case with anybody, Chris. It's not just you.
Well, no, I know people that can eat a lot of spicy food, and they're good to go.
I could handle a lot better before I lost my gallbladder.
Well,
not so much.
I had a good time, and then I lost my gallbladder.
I can eat more, but it don't last long.
This is really going into some potty humor. I think we should move forward.
Oh, shoot, wow. Anyway, so there you go.
Zone 4, everybody. Toilet humor now added. Brand new app.
Good Lord. This has been... I don't even know what to say. Oh, so please, do support River City Comic Expo Louisville and Fun for the Eyes, and forget all that other stuff.
Why? I would eat at all the restaurants there.
I'm not talking about that part. Never mind.
We're moving I know
on.
what you're talking about. Okay.
Gotcha. All right. I don't know why I said got you. You're the one that got me out of that.
I don't know how I got you to do anything. Could you imagine chili with ice cream in it?
That's disgusting.
And yet you could have bacon in ice cream and you're fine with that.
It has to be a certain kind of ice cream. But yeah.
Okay, so then you could have chili with ice cream.
No, that don't work.
This coming from the man who can't stand the fact that cookie dough is now in a donut with chocolate icing on the top. I say it needs caramel on top of that, but no. A walking cavity, yes, I know. But God, what a way to get what a way to get a coronary. You enjoy yourself before you die.
Good Lord.
I dedicate this heart attack to delicious food.
See, when I was a kid, no, see, I'm not going on another sidetrack. When I was a kid, I used to eat a lot of sweets. Okay, like I would have like this tall hot fudge sundae, and sundae. One, good Lord.
I know exactly what you meant. But keep going.
Wow,
okay.
I've never said that in my life.
I want a sundae with some cream and the whipping cream.
I've never said that in my life. Sunday. Good Lord. Anyway.
With that there whipping cream?
It just totally threw me off. Oh, man. I reckon I had a Sunday, but anyway.
Chee-haw!
Come see me in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm sorry. Wow.
I think I'm the only one in history that says Louisville, Kentucky, and not Louisville.
No, everybody that's not from here says Louisville or Louisville.
I would never say Louisville. That just sounds wrong.
Louisville's wrong too.
For everybody in the world, we say Louisville. You're the only ones that say Louisville.
It's our state, you know.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's like people like Cindy who claim when we say Manhattan, she's like, oh, you mean New York? And it's like, no, we live in New York. New York is the state. Manhattan is the borough where all the city is. So you mean New York? No! It's called Manhattan. It got its own name for a reason.
Yeah. No, it's there was actually this is another total sidetrack, but there's a cheesy movie called Elizabethtown. It's Kirsten Dunst and Orlando Bloom who played Legolas in the Lord of the Rings movies. And it's based in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, which is a place I've been. Actually, really nice food there. But
Part of the first sidetrack.
It's a sidetrack within a sidetrack.
Exactly, and if we don't be careful, we'll have another sidetrack.
But anyway, in the movie, Orlando Bloom's character is not from there, so he's talking to Kirsten Dunst, who is a flight attendant, and she's from there, and he calls it Louisville, and she corrects him, and she's like, it's Louisville. So anyway, sorry. But yes, it's Louisville.
Okay.
And this coming from somebody that was not born here, by the way. I just lived here for most of my life.
I've lived in this house my entire life, so I can't help you there.
I've lived in many places, but...
So what were you saying about that Sunday? Because now I'm curious what the whole story of the Sunday was.
Okay, so it was a sidetrack within a sidetrack within a sidetrack with a sidetrack on the side.
Exactly, and some syrup on top.
Yeah. But anyway, tall Sunday with tons of chocolate fudge, right? So I finished the ice cream, and it's one of these tall glasses. So I'm taking the spoon, just eating the fudge until every drop, and then I'm like scraping the side, then I'm licking the inside. And my friends that are with me, they're like disgusted, just staring at me, like I'm just like, what?
That's what I would do. I don't know why your friends were disgusted. My friends just watched me too, but they at least understood.
Yeah, but as I got older, I can't do that anymore. It's disgusting to me.
Why?
It's just too sweet. It's too much. I can't handle it anymore.
Why?
I don't know. My body changed. My taste buds changed or something. I don't know. It happens.
Your body doesn't change.
Yes. Your body doesn't change. Wow. Okay.
Not the taste buds.
Your taste buds do change as you grow older. You didn't know that?
Maybe that's why I don't really... I'm starting to not like coffee anymore. It's starting to taste like burnt.
Yeah, well, maybe that's because you're getting burnt coffee.
Nope, I thought it was the coffee. I've had several different types of coffee, and it all tastes like bleh.
Huh? Yeah, you do. You change. I mean, I used to be a pure meat and potatoes guy, like red meat, and I can't stand this stuff anymore.
Well, that's because that's your fault, and I won't get into why that's your fault. But, you know, every time people talk about the change, you know who I think about?
Who?
Edith Bunker on... Because remember towards the middle of the series or towards the end when she was going through the change, all of a sudden she had like these violent outbursts out of nowhere. And she was so sweet and wholesome the first like 2 or 3 seasons, and then now she's like yelling, screaming, and got like that mad face on all the time. I'm like, oh my god, I'm scared of the change.
Flashbacks of dealing with my mother.
Oh my god, thank you for that.
Anyway.
My mom used to be sweet, then she went through the change, now she's just an evil, screaming, angry person.
No, there was just periods of time when that...
Okay, I'm glad you added of time.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, no, I didn't mean... Yeah, I thought about the wording there as soon as I said it. That's not what I meant at all. This is just the weirdest segment.
And I'll make you a bet everybody from the Zone 4 podcast right now is either shaking their head in shame or face palming themselves.
This coming from a guy that sat through an episode of Zone 4 talking only about Hamburger University the entire episode.
This coming from somebody who sat with his coworker on Monday talking about how his brother was puking his brains out.
Well, I mean, that's a lot more normal than
Tuesday
talking
morning.
about...
I apologize. Tuesday morning, I should say.
That's a lot more normal than talking about Hamburger University. I don't know where that came from. That was a weird episode.
I've done weirder.
You should go listen to that. We were out there that night. It was bizarre.
Brant, I think we're on the out there.
Oh, yeah, we
right
are.
Now.
We are. We're way out there. I don't even know how to... We're getting famous at these non-closings, so... Anyway. With all these sidetracks done, I think we wrapped up every thread of this messed up continuity that we're doing here now. Like this is a comic story or something. River City Comics Expo. Check it out. Be there this Saturday, May 10th.
And ignore everything we've been saying for the past 5 or 10 minutes.
In Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
Louis.
Like
Louis.
Like Louisville Slugger.
Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Did you just say Louisville Slugger?
No, I said like Louisville Slugger.
Louisville Slugger.
Louisville.
Louis.
It's not Louis. Where do you get Louis?
I don't know. I'm just doing it to be different now.
I honestly don't ever understand. A lot of people call it Louisville, and I don't understand where they get Louis from.
Well, number one, I've never been to Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville?
Two, I'm trying to say it right, okay? Give me a break. Number two, I don't have any plans to visit Louisville, Kentucky. Because I don't know anybody that lives in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, you do. John lives in Louisville.
Well, there you go. Well, John won't even let me near his house anymore now after this. So how the hell am I going to...
Like you would before.
Huh?
Like you would before.
Yeah, like he would before anyway.
Oh, shoot.
Guy will probably sit outside now with a shotgun and make sure I don't go anywhere near his house in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm sorry, it's true. I mean, was the Colonel born in Louisville, Kentucky? I might want to see the first Kentucky Fried Chicken, maybe.
Oh, God. Wow. Okay. I don't know.
I don't know either. Exactly, see? I would go see Kentucky for the sights because I hear it's beautiful country, but that's about it. I don't know what I would do in Kentucky.
Probably
practice how to say Louisville.
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 There's no R.
Louisville.
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 Close enough.
Louisville.
Oh, God. Anyway.
What am I doing with my life?
Okay.
Wonder sometimes.
So please check out this week's episode of Zone 4.
Please do. But they'll probably say Louisville correctly.
Tentatively, the plan is Mike Luoma will be on this episode, and we'll be reviewing Real Heroes number 1 and 2 from Image Comics by Brian Hitch, and talking about some other stuff, of course, as well.
And guys, this week Brant won't be doing the rundown because he's going to be very busy for the rest of the week. So before we go, Brant, would you like to just do the who we're sponsored by, if you're not too embarrassed as is already?
Yeah, we're sponsored by.
Definitely not Louisville, Kentucky. That's for sure. I don't think Kentucky wants me anywhere near their state anymore. Shoot.
We are sponsored by
The Bulldog.
Cookie dough filled glazed donuts.
Shoot, I want a pack of those then. If I'm being sponsored.
I can't continue.
Are they from Louisville?
I'm so slap happy right now. No, we are actually sponsored by Audible.com. If you go to audibletrial.com/Zone4Podcast, you can support this show if you dare. You can support Zone 4. Maybe we'll get better material if you do.
Oh, gee, that's just great. Yeah, you can support my podcast. I mean, maybe,
No, I said Zone 4.
I know. No, yeah, I'm talking about, I'm quoting you. You're saying you can support my podcast and maybe we'll get better then.
No, I'm saying maybe we'll get better material and we'll go on rants talking about Kirsten Dunst movies and chocolate fudge. But that's beside the point.
Okay, then.
But no, Audible.com is a great service, audiobooks of every genre, everything you could think of, over 150,000 titles to choose from. You can get a 30-day free trial. You don't have to pay anything, and it helps the show out, all the shows on the Zone 4 family, Zone 4 website and everything, so including this one. So
Since I'm drunk at this point, you could also learn how to say Louisville the right way by finding a book that's about Louisville.
What?
Louisville. I have the freaking R in my head now. Louisville. Maybe you could find Morgan Freeman talking about Louisville,
no.
and then he'll explain to you how you pronounce it.
No, what you can do is get a book called Audio Journeys, Mammoth Cave National Park, Louisville, Kentucky, World's Longest Cave.
Bada bing.
There you go. So.
You'll learn how to say Louisville the right way.
And Mammoth Cave is pretty cool. I've been in it, actually. So.
Is there a live mammoth in that cave?
No, there's not a live mammoth in the cave.
Well, then why do they call it Mammoth Cave?
Because it's huge. It's long. It's mammoth.
Oh, I thought maybe they were like mammoth bones or something they found there.
I don't know. Maybe they're right. I'm just making this up as I go.
Oh, that's just great. That's just great. Promoting your state, and then you got people there now going, "You idiot! There's bones in there. That's why they call it Mammoth the Cave."
I honestly don't know why they call it mammoth. I assume it's because it's large, but it's the longest cave system known in the world, though. So it is. Yeah, it's huge. It's 52,830 acres.
That's a lot of acres.
Yeah. So, and I've been in part of it, not all of it, obviously. Lots of stalactites and stalagmites, as you would find in a cave normally. So.
Better call an exterminator for those mites.
And we've degraded into lame jokes now.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm just. I know they're rocks.
Anyway. Oh.
They're fancy, shiny rocks.
I don't know why we're talking about Mammoth Cave still, but here's a funny fact.
Oh, okay.
Mammoth Cave is home to the endangered Kentucky cave shrimp.
Louisville cave shrimp. Great job.
Oh, God. I did not know this.
I thought you'd find out where the Colonel's first KFC was by now. Jeez.
Well, it's in Kentucky. I can assure you that.
Well, it's in Louisiana.
You never know. It was North Corbin, Kentucky, actually.
Oh, okay. My mom visited Corbin, actually. She said it was beautiful there.
There's a lot of beautiful places here. It's just, horse capital of the world.
She showed me pictures of Corbin. She went for a job interview years ago. It was beautiful, the picture she took, but she never went to Louisville, Kentucky, so she didn't have to worry about saying Louisville, Kentucky.
Like I said, the rest of the world calls it Louisville. It's just the locals call it Louisville.
I have to call it Louisville because if I don't, I'm going to butcher that poor name. I'm glad I don't live there. Where do you live? Place.
You would learn how to do it because John is originally from Jersey, so.
Yeah, John is a Jersey boy. He's Jersey. He's a Jersey boy.
But he's lived in Kentucky for a long time.
But Jersey never leaves the blood.
True, but that's why he can say Louisville. Because he's lived here for a long time.
Yeah, he says it perfectly, too. Yeah, you and him both. I hear you on Zone 4 saying it. I'm like, how the hell do they say that so perfectly without even stuttering? Well, I mean, I know, because you've lived there your whole life, but he's a Jersey boy. You'd think he'd have, like, that Jersey accent going on, but...
Well, not my whole life, just most of it.
Most of it, yeah. I don't know how long John's lived in Kentucky, so I can't.
I don't know either. Maybe longer than me, who knows? I don't know, I've been here for a long time.
I had a blonde friend, she was from Georgia, and she always used to say Georgia and Kentucky.
That's funny, I was born in Georgia.
She always called Kentucky Kentucky.
I never called it Kentucky.
I'm sorry, this is not Barbie's boyfriend's state, this is Kentucky.
Kentucky. I always think of it, when I hear Kentucky, I think of, like, Native American pronunciation. Kentucky. I don't know why.
Fried chicken.
Well, obviously. Chicken and horses. That's what you think of Kentucky.
No, I've never thought of corsets, I'm sorry.
Not corsets, horses.
I never thought of horses either. I just think of the chicken.
It's the horse capital of the world. The Kentucky Derby is Derby Day.
Well, the Kentucky Derby, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. I guess.
Which is in Louisville.
Louisville, yeah. Louisville.
Which was just this past weekend, actually.
Yay!
Oh, shit.
I have nowhere to follow that.
I don't either. I'm done. So, yeah. Tune into Zone 4 and Chris and Mike, have fun with the rundown this week.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I'll be as drunk when we actually start shooting the other parts.
I hope not.
I hope not in Louisville, yeah. I better not even bring up Kentucky anymore for the rest of this podcast, or I'm gonna be hung.
This is probably the most I've talked about Kentucky myself in a long time.
Hey, wait, what?
What?
What'd you say?
I said this is probably the most I've talked about Kentucky myself in a long time.
Gotcha. They don't still do hangings in Kentucky, do they?
No.
Okay.
We are civilized people. Well, most parts of Kentucky.
There are parts people still lynch other people, don't you?
There are still parts of Kentucky that are very much what people think of Kentucky. But most of it's not that way. That's all I'll say.
Okay. I want Dairy Queen now.
Dairy Queen's awesome. I had Dairy Queen yesterday.
Don't like you right now.
It was awesome. I had Subway yesterday, too.
Hate you more now.
No, I didn't. Actually, I had Subway the day before yesterday.
Still hate you anyway. Because you ate it. I didn't have it.
Are we done with this yet?
I hope so.
I'm just going to cut it off at some point.
Bye, everybody. I don't know. Goodbye. I'll see you in the segment rundown.
On the streets of New York City, he steps out to make a stand. He's Spider-Man.
I regret none of what you guys just heard. Except maybe a little. See, that's what happens when you drink too much soda. Anyway, we're back with the rundown. And guys, the rundown, we are going to be talking about books that are coming out next Wednesday, May 14th, 2014, ironically. And Mike, since you're here as an honorary guest for this one, you'll start us off with Dark Horse. So what books are you looking forward to coming out of Dark Horse next week?
Well, for Dark Horse, that I'm looking forward to coming out next week is Terminator, Enemy of My Enemy, issue number 3.
Yeah, you're reading that one, yeah.
Yes, and that, by the way, is written by Dan Jolly, and author is Jamal Igif and Ray Schneider.
We don't do all that yet.
All right, well, I'm just making a point out there, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really enjoying the story arc of Enemy of My Enemy and the whole thing of what's happening with the whole Terminator Wars and how the investigator is looking into this one guy who is the Terminator and just causing like all this havoc and everything, but that's something to look forward to. Next book is X, issue number 13.
You were really into it last time.
I was, because it gives me a Punisher feeling to it because of the way he fights crime and everything, but he's been getting beaten up pretty badly lately, and he's got like a lot on his plate that's going on.
Yeah.
So, you kind of feel bad for the character after a while. Like, maybe he could get a team that he could form up so that way he doesn't have these 3-on-1s, 5-on-1s, or any other ones, and so on and so forth. But, so, that's the
whole list.
Yeah, that's the whole list.
So for me, the book, I'm going to talk about the book. There's only one book from Dark Horse I'm looking forward to this week, and that's Star Wars, Volume 2, issue number 17. I've been loving the Star Wars books. Brian Wood has been doing an amazing job with Star Wars, so that's definitely a book I can highly recommend. And that's really all I got. So do you want to run down the rest of the books we didn't talk about, Mike?
Yeah. We have Abe Sapien, number 12, Hellboy in Hell, number 6, Jack Crichton, one-shot, and that's it from Dark Horse. So now we'll go into the next company, which will be DC.
Well, from DC, I'm definitely looking forward to Action Comics number 31. One thing I have to say, guys, is I will be getting Batman Superman number 10, which came out last week, because it's not by Jay Lee, apparently. Jay Lee's taking a break.
Wow.
So I might be going back to that. I'm looking forward to Batman Eternal, of course. This week for free, there is the DC Entertainment Essentials and Chronology. I could talk. 2014. What else am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to New 52 Futures End number 2, Superman Doom number 1, and Superman Wonder Woman number 8. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, I'm just going to say the comic book because I can't really remember the stories that much because I've been reading so many comic books. The stories I'm looking to are Constantine issue number 14. It's going to either make or break for me, the way Constantine's going. Justice League United issue number 1, which I'm looking for high hopes for. I think that's about it, yeah. That's pretty much it for DC Comics. So
I'll run down the rest really quick. Batgirl number 31. Let's see, that's going to be my make or break it. Speaking of make or break it. DC Comics presents Demon Driven Out number 1. Green Lantern Corps issue 31. Scooby-Doo Where Are You number 45 for the kids. Smallville season 11 Lantern issue number 2. Which I actually am enjoying Smallville. Superboy number 31. And from Vertigo, which is working with DC Comics, we have Astro City number 12, Fables number 10.
No, Fables 140.
Oh, Fables 140, sorry. I didn't see the 4. Royal Masters of War number 4, Federal Bureau of Physics number 10. And that's it. There's also an Absolute Superman Batman Volume 2, as well as a gold binding Superman Man of Tomorrow Archives Volume 3. So, Mike, you're next with Dynamite.
Alright, from Diamond Entertainment, we have Ash and the Army of Darkness, issue number 7. Really loving reading those comic books each time I read into it. Let's see. We also have Shadow, issue number 25.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, both of us actually have been looking forward to that. And that's about all I'm looking forward to. As a
short list.
It is a short list, but as a rundown for all the other comic books, we have Badass issue number 1.
No, those are variant covers. We don't do variant covers yet.
Okay. We have
Nope, we have this.
Oh, Miss Fury issue number 11 with some covers and all that.
A lot of covers.
There is a lot of covers. And
really? That's it. Everything else is a variant or a high-end, whatever.
Yeah, I was just confused there. I'm like, okay, I guess that's all. So, IDW is next.
IDW actually has 2 books that are 100 pennies. There's Kill Shakespeare number 1 and Lock and Key Head Games number 1. Head Games is the second volume out of the 6 for Lock and Key. Transformers More Than Meets the Eyes number 29 I'm definitely looking forward to. Other than that, everything else is a trade paperback or what have you. What about you, Mike?
All right, let's see. I did see a couple of books in mine that I've been reading. Like, let's see. Well, there is a Judge Dredd.
Issue 19.
Yeah, issue number 19. There's also a Mars Attack Firstborn issue number 1 that's out. Rogue Trooper Classics issue number 1, so that should be something to look into.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles new animated adventures would be nice if it wasn't based off of Nickelodeon.
And that's the 11th issue, by the way.
Yeah.
Ben 10. Oh, that's trade paperback. My mistake. And as the whole rundown, that's all I have that I'm looking forward to. But as a whole rundown, we have G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, issue number 202. Kill Shakespeare, issue number 1.
I did that. We're up to...
There's
that one.
The Red Star Treasury Edition. The Star Trek IDW Annual 2013.
Yeah, it's
second printing.
It's a second printing. Oops.
Yeah, that's why I was... Weird Love number 1. Wrath Welcome to Christmas Land issue number 6. And that's it for IDW. And now we will jump into Image.
Image, there's only one book I'm looking forward to from Image, and that is The Walking Dead issue 127. I'm sure you're going to agree with me there, Mike?
Yeah, the 10th anniversary. And I think we have the colored issue number 1.
Yeah, that was the 9 point. That was CGC.
9, yeah.
You want to go through the rest?
Well, since I have none that I'm really familiar with this week. For a rundown, we have Bounce number 12, Field number 2, Krampus number 5, Mice Templar Legend, issue number 10. We have Minimum Wage, issue number 5. We have Shudder, issue number 2. Starlight, issue number 3. Stray Bullets, The Killers, number 3. Tales from the Con, year 1. The Walking Dead, which you just said. Walking Dead, issue number 127.
Yeah, I just said that. I was looking forward to that.
Oh. Then I am not listening. And Think Tank Fun with PTSD, issue number 1.
Which is awesome.
Oh, that's Image Top Cow, that last one I mentioned. And now Marvel. Let's see what we got.
With Marvel, all new Ultimates. I guess I'm looking forward to seeing if that'll pick up. Oh, I forgot Avengers 29. I'll get it next time. Avengers 29, though, I'm looking forward to. Captain Marvel, number 3. Captain Marvel's been doing good. Fantastic Four, number 4. Looking forward to reading that. Nightcrawler, number 2. Because Nightcrawler, number 1 was awesome. And that's really it.
Alright, for me, from Marvel, there were a couple that I actually saw that caught my eye that I've been waiting to read. There's Deadpool, issue number 28. There was also one other comic book. I mean, it escapes my mind as of now because everything keeps going up and down a little bit.
You want to go?
No, I was just I'm just saying, like, my mind's going up and down because I'm trying to figure out which
that's
one.
That's it. There's no more books for you for Marvel, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why my head's so confused, like saying, like, oh my God, no more. But all right.
You want to give?
Yeah, but as a rundown, we have all new Ghost Rider issue number 3. We have all new Ultimates issue number 2. All new X-Men issue number 27. You talked about Avengers Undercover.
No.
Avengers Undercover issue number 4, Captain America issue number 20, Captain Marvel issue number 3, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu issue number 1. No, you talked about that. Iron Man issue number 25.
Those are second printings.
Marvel Universe Avengers Assemble issue number 8. And New Avengers issue number 18. The Secret Avengers issue number 3, Wolverine number 6, X-Force number 5, United States of Murder Inc. number 1. That's it. I think the last one was Marvel Icon, I believe that was from. And that's all the books from Marvel, and
I think there's just the indie books left.
Yeah.
Well, from Archie Comics, I know Mike's going to be looking forward to, you're going to be looking forward to Sonic Universe, right?
Yep, that's a new story arc with Knuckles in it, which looks really awesome.
I'm going down the rest of the list, so if you see anything, just stop me.
Yeah, because I'm trying to... Well, we have some Grim Fairy Tales.
Yep, Grim Fairy Tales annual number 2014. I'm looking forward to that. It's an Age of Darkness tie-in. As well as the Grim Fairy Tales presents Dark One Age of Darkness one-shot. And Mike, that one's yours if anything.
Grim Fairy Tales Robin Hood Legend issue number 3.
I'm looking forward to reading that. And that's really all the books from Indie. Also, I really would love to get the God is Dead Volume 1 trade paperback.
Yeah, I heard lots of good things about it.
And that's it. That's all the books.
Yep. That's pretty much it for the rundown.
Yeah. So, guys, if there's anything else you're interested in, I would highly recommend you check it out. You can check them out on any website. A lot of good books this week. A lot of interesting stuff that's going to come out. So, yeah. Also, guys, stuff to look forward to this week. Myself and Mike got a couple of video games. We're going to be doing some unboxings. I forgot to mention that before we actually went to the Zone 4 break. Mike will be doing 2 reviews of 2 collector's editions. We're going to start doing some horrible video games of recent years walkthroughs. So look forward to that. I'll probably be talking about it on here next week with you guys since we're going to be starting this weekend. But other than that, that's it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for another awesome show. Apologies that the show is a little bit short this week. We're running about an hour and 40 minutes. So we are shy about another, 20 minutes?
Oh, pretty much.
Give or take. But it's been a crazy week. The good news is the busy is going to end very, very soon. So hopefully there'll be more stuff. Also, there was a very short amount of news this week. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you have anything you'd like to mention before we move on, before we close out the show?
Nothing that has me thinking anything, so I guess that's all we got.
All right, well, Mike, thank you for being with me for this show this week.
No
Next
problem.
week, guys, it'll probably go back to a solo podcast with just me. I have a lot of stuff that I will be, I'm sure, discussing and debating about. So until next time, don't forget to check out Comic Related, Comic Frontline, and Zone4Podcast.com. Together, we are your number one source for comic-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Don't forget to check out Audible.com. Link is in the description, as always. And hopefully see you guys next time for an awesome podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed once again. And yeah, so I guess there's nothing left to do except cue the outro.
Join us next time for another episode of
It's a bird! It's a plane!
It's a Podcast.
Up in the sky, look! Up in the sky, look!
This has been a Ventura production.